campaign chairman, pretend like you're a finalist for the Buckets Award today. Why should Kobe Dean be this year's Buckets Award winner?
Man, he's super smart. He leads the defense in a positive way. He gets us motivated. Just everything a linebacker should be, and everybody everything a young linebacker should want to be. So yeah, I definitely feel like he should win it this year.
And just kind of a follow-up. I mean, you, Jacoby, and Quay have played so much football together. Over the past 3-4 years, whatever. And how much does that relationship translate, from the practice field, in film room, as much as y'all been in it, the games on?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of chemistry. So we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So we kind of act upon them. So we don't, in a way, we don't use what we see as our weaknesses. We kind of prey on it because we're so competitive. So when we see it, so in order to make us better, to turn our weaknesses into strengths, we'll keep tapping in into little of those things in order to get our strengths stronger. So, yeah.
What does it mean to you guys when you go to another team's stadium and St. Georgia fans come in and take it over?
Man, it's a crazy feeling. I want to say every away game, we haven't had that many away games this season, but the away games we do have, it almost feel like home games or just so many, you see so much red and black in the crowd, it just makes you feel comfortable out there regardless of where we play at.
You guys playing in Atlanta this weekend, or so next weekend as well. What it means to go up to Tech? I mean, this rivalry game. Can you speak on what it's like? What are you excited about?
Well, Alabama, 0-2 record right now. Trying to change that. We got to do what we got to do. We're going to come in there. Right now, we focus on Georgia Tech, so we're going to take it one step at a time. But when that time comes, I can speak more on it.
No, I'm saying with Tech, this rivalry.
I thought you was talking about the Alabama.
No, man.
Oh, my fault. With this game, they have a really good quarterback, so that we have to be equipped for it. Also, just that old-fashioned hate, just gotta get ready for it. We're going to their place. It should be a good game. Yeah, we haven't done too much. Today we start really diagnosing them, so I can't. There's not too much I can speak on right now.
Did you watch the Arkansas-Alabama game on Saturday?
I didn't get to see the Alabama.
How much Bama have you seen this season on TV?
I've seen a couple. I've seen the Texas A&M game. I've seen them play a couple teams, but not that game.
How do you think you guys stack up with them?
I feel like we can stack up against anybody. It doesn't really matter who it is. So I feel like our odds are always with us. That's how I always want to feel, regardless of who it is.
And you honestly, when you think back to preseason camp and everything, you guys are sitting here 11-0, chose to go 12-0. Were you certain in preseason camp that this was the kind of team that you guys were going to put on the field this year?
Definitely. During our summer workouts, I could just tell it was going to be different. We had score sessions where we became closer, just talking about knowing our why. So not just going out there and playing and be we playing for this or playing for that. Now we playing for his mother or his family or his situation. And then from there, our workouts have just been 10 times harder than they have been in the past. So I just knew this year was going to be a special year just based off of that.
You mentioned when you walked to this podium that you haven't done this before. Is it tough? I mean, despite your status as a tackles leader, to be on such a deep defense that maybe it's tough to get recognized and maybe tough to get in front of the cameras?
I wouldn't say it's tough. I mean, I say I'm just be myself. So regardless of what's going on, what's going to do, I stick to what I know, which is being myself. So and I feel that's just got me where I am now. Just put my head down and do what I have to do, regardless if it's doing these interviews or practicing or competing on game days. So, yeah.
It took you, a couple of years to get to where you are as a player now. Do you think having to wait that time sort of has helped you become the player that you have this season as opposed to transferring elsewhere and then potentially playing earlier there?
Oh yeah, I feel waiting, especially with Coach Schumann, we had a complex type of defense that you have to learn. So just understanding how to learn it, understanding just the defense as a whole, and not necessarily just what I have to do or what he has to do. I feel it's made me a better player overall, not just linebacker. So just I feel if I had to go out there and play a jack or even if I had to play a star forward play, I know what everybody has to do. So it just makes us, and not just me, a lot of people on our team. So it just makes it feel more united.
Brock Bowers, 8 receiving touchdowns this year. When did you guys kind of know he would be this good of a player for you guys?
I think I said it before, like in the past, I want to say we was running gassers. We was on the line, I want to say it was like me, Adam, Darnell, some other people on our team, and he was like out running all of us. And we was like, who is this kid coming into this program doing these type of things? And he's just always showed up in practice on one-on-ones, everything. So we was like, yeah, he's going to be something.
Channing, Coach mentioned a couple weeks ago that the running backs and the linebackers had great competition this summer, and he could tell that those groups were really going to be special leaders during those workouts. What was it, the competition between you and Zamir and that group? What was it that y'all were doing? What was it that was driving that sense of competition?
Well, when we first came in, I want to say like we always trying to see what with the offense and defense, like not just the running back group, whose position group is better. So it's like the linebacker group, the strength, the wide receiver group. So we like linebacker group gonna be the strength this year, and then the running backs are like kind of like we always go against them like one-on-ones, tackle drills. It doesn't matter. So like they're like so. Most of our competition is focused on them. So like when we go to that, those one-on-ones, everything that we do, they just trying to outdo us, and we try to outdo them.
Xavier Story had an interception and had it taken away from him, had a couple of nice plays on Saturday. How has he progressed over the course of the season?
He's been doing good. Like he just made that transition from like that outside linebacker position to that inside linebacker position. So he's learning it, but he's doing a good job learning. He had a big hit in the game. Was very proud of him. Young, he's gonna make mistakes like all of us gonna make mistakes. So he just gotta keep pushing forward and do what he gotta do.
Coach said the practices like Monday, Tuesday last week were maybe a little off than normal. Was that just based off the opponent? And how do you guys switch that? I guess knowing that the biggest games are starting to come up, you got to finish out the regular season, of course.
Yeah, we just have to keep holding ourselves to a high standard, like with practice. Not take anything for granted. So like just this week, I feel like we're really gonna harp on that, especially since it is Georgia Tech, and we know how deep that rivalry is. Just we know like what's coming. We're just gonna keep putting our head down like we have been all season and do what we have to do.
You said the practices and workouts were better this year.
Yeah, in my opinion.
What's going on that's different?
So during the summer, like they're different. We call them boxes. So like we have to run around the field a certain amount of times. Like maybe he'll decrease the time limit. Or like we'll look on the GPS and we'll have to hit a certain number on the GPS based off of like how fast he knows we can run. Just different things like that. It's just more intensified. Or like there was 1 week where we had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning and jog from here to the stadium, run stadium steps. It was just crazy. Just different things like that.
Playing at the same time with Quay and Kobe, I honestly don't know how much you've done that in the last couple weeks, but was it a matter of just taking an existing package and using it more, or was there anything like y'all had to say, all right, you have to create a new package?
It was kind of like we had like an existing package with it, like we call it like we have I'm not gonna say the package, but yeah, we have a package in the past like where we have used it, so it's just like taking the old package and just adding more to it. So yeah, that was kind of like what that was, just adding on with more to it and going from there, really.
Now you and Quay both played, I think, the end in high school, right? Mm-hmm. And so you moved to inside linebacker, both of you, I think, early in your career.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. So is it an easy thing to just kind of flip a switch and do that, or is it?
Nah, going from like the outside the end position.
And I don't mean DN, I mean like, edge guy, basically, outside linebacker.
Going from edge to inside, is that what you're asking?
Well, I'm saying now doing that, like. Having the background.
Oh, no. Like right now, it's a little change. It's not much of it's not a huge change just because I've done it before and Quay's done it before. It's like we kind of know the defense and like know what it's going to do, so it's not as big of an adjustment as you would think it would be.